You want
They're doing the bracket sticker.
you want to go ahead and just have them walk in when they want? Okay.
Yeah.
We'll go ahead and start.
We'll start with you.
We'll go ahead and start.
We'll start with you, Coach.
We are joined now by UC Santa Barbara coach Bonnie Henrickson and student athletes Alexis Tucker and Isla Lane. We will start by asking Coach for an opening statement and then open the floor to questions. We ask media to please raise your hand and identify yourself and your media outlet before asking your question. If you're joining on Zoom, please click on the reactions button to use the raise hand feature to ask a question. Coach, if you would please start us off with some opening comments.
Yeah, and I'm just proud of the kids for the start we got off to. I thought that was really, really important and sustained us. And then, we talked about grit and its perseverance and passion. I thought we played with passion yesterday. We didn't get to the perseverance because we played so well. We didn't get to that, but we got to it today. So that, as far as perseverance, and that stretch was when it's Alexis Whitfield grows the lead. I think at 6, we get it to 10 to 12, I think, in that stretch where she's shooting layups, and you can tell the momentum change and shift there. And even Skylar Burke coming off the bench, taking the charge off of an opportunity to get to the rim. So, big moments by everybody. Tuck was ridiculously good early and late. And Isla's breakaway, that's why we do full court layups, guys, right there. She had to dodge somebody, I think. But just really proud of the group and their resiliency, and excited about the opportunity no matter who it is tomorrow. Because we got our hands full no matter who it is tomorrow.
Okay, questions for Coach?
Hi, Coach Bonnie. Derek Clark, KCSB Sports. There were a couple inflection points in the game. First, in the third quarter, I believe the game was tied at 38, and then you guys went on a 5-0 run to hold them off there. And then there was another inflection point in the fourth quarter where you guys took a big Bakersfield punch, and then there was the 4-0 run by Whitfield herself.
Then the bank,
yeah,
banks are open in Henderson.
Right. So how did your team?
Then Tuck got one, didn't she? She banked in 3, then Tuck got one. It was Wits, then
got
banked
a nice
in
roll.
3, and then Tuck got the 3.
So those were big inflection points. How was your team able to take Bakersfield's biggest punch when it looked like the game could possibly go in their way?
Well, honestly, everybody thinks, we do all this yelling and stuff in the timeout. We said, okay, everybody take a deep breath. Calm down, right? Calm down. We're okay. Here's what's good. Here's what we need to do. Because you could tell, there's never been they want to win. They're driven. They're motivated. And sometimes you go, okay, we're okay. Because in those moments. The good thing for this group, we've been in a lot of those moments. That moment felt like sometimes at the end of the game, it felt like that because we knew they were making a run. And we were like, Coach Kylie says all the time to tighten up. We got to tighten up. And we tightened up. But Whitfield, didn't just the energy that gave us, and she's shooting layups. And then Callie's banked in 3. That's not the first time she's done that. And then Tuck gets in rhythm. And, I don't mean that. I mean, she has hit a big 3 in that way. So I think they're just the maturity and the perseverance we talked about and the resiliency it takes to have a chance to play in a game like tomorrow.
Coach Miles Boyens, KBAK in Bakersfield, California. The first 2 games you guys played against Bakersfield were really close. That's an
understatement.
This one not as close, but still they were in the game. What can you say about Bakersfield, CSUB as an opponent throughout the season, and what was the different game plan, if any, going into this one?
It wasn't a different game plan. We didn't have Henny she didn't play in either one of the first 2 games, and that's why I said to the staff, I said it's odd to be playing in March and playing a team with against someone who's a critical part, and we haven't played against her yet. So I was trying to get a feel like matchups, what we'd been talk about. If she guards you, this is what we'll run. Here's what we expected from her, all the pick and pop from the 3, whether she's the 4 or 5. So we'd scout, like, would we switch with her? So some game planning really going in, not having played against her. But I can't say enough about Greg and his staff and those young women who held on in 3 and something in conference play to come here and make a run like they did and give us all we could handle today. So that speaks to their character, his ability that's hard to do. I've been this a long time. That's hard to do for them to come in here with that kind of pop and win 2 games and have us on the rope. So credit to him and all those young women in the program and his staff.
Henry Greenstein, Bakersfield, Californian. I'll ask this one to Alexis. You guys got to the line quite a bit in the first half and got a lot of their bigs and best defenders into foul trouble, and you were kind of the biggest part of that. So I guess what was kind of the mentality in terms of drawing fouls early on?
I would just say just keep being aggressive. Normally when we huddle after timeouts, sometimes we'll ask who's in foul trouble when we pick on certain matchups. So that's all we really did. Whether if it was me, Whit, Isla, we just made sure that whoever had the fouls, we were going to attack them on offense.
Vincent Vanderpool, KCSB Sports. Question for Coach. So Alexis Tucker finished with 28 points, 19 in the first half. Just as a coach, take me through your mindset when you see one of your players just absolutely on fire and just everything was coming so naturally.
Well, today's not the first day, so we've all, those of us who have been with us. Jen, she's nodding back there. Anybody that's watched us, she's able to do that. I mean, she's a volume scorer. I mean, and then you get her into the free throw line. When you look at those kind of numbers, the free throws are gonna get her to that. But how she plays, she's aggressive. She's a mid 3-level scorer. She can get the rim, pull up from the 3, and we're just glad she's on our team. But she's in rhythm and certainly make great decisions with the ball in her hands. I think the only time I fussed at her, she passed it. Yeah, the only time.
Just to follow this up,
I want to be her when I want to be her. Yeah, just keep shooting it, Tuck. Keep shooting it.
Mike Clan, KYT. Just to follow up, I mean, you're hitting shots all over the floor. Your coach said you're ridiculously good. What does that feel like?
It's great. I think when shots are falling, things are good. But I also have to remind myself, even if shots aren't falling, that I need to keep being aggressive, whether that's manufacturing offense from different plays, going and getting an offensive rebound, hustling, doing whatever I need to do to gain that energy and gain that confidence to keep shooting. That definitely helps me for sure.
Anything else? Thanks, Coach. Thanks, ladies.
Thank you
So much.